Anthony Tony Brown, a co-worker and friend of Chris Watts from Anadarko Petroleum, gave an emotional interview to the CBI on August 30th, 2018. Tony expressed profound disbelief and sadness, breaking down multiple times over the horrific acts committed by his seemingly laid-back friend. While he'd observed some questionable interactions between Watts and co-worker Nicole Kessinger at work, Tony never imagined Watts capable of such evil.
And Brown?
Yes, sir. He did make one comment to me when we were at the Arrowhead Farms. That's a location, getting it ready to run. And it was just me and him, and I kind of, after all this happened, you know, sometimes someone says something to you, and you don't think anything of it. It's kind of like a joke, and then something else happens, and you're like, wait a second, and you kind of backdate to that conversation. He did say something to me one time, and I kind of I was like, what the hell? We were getting ready to get this facility up and running. It was just me and him. And that morning at the office, Troy was like, congratulations, man, as Chris walked in. No one knew what they were talking about. And then Chris was just like waving his hand, like 3. Like, yeah, 3. And we're like, what? And like, he's like, we're having another baby. And we was like, oh, congratulations. And that was the same day we went out to the field together. And I was like, hey, man, congrats again on your baby. And he was like, yeah, thanks. And he didn't really show any emotion. And he's like, you and your wife gonna have another kid. And I was honest. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't think we can. And I told him, like, we've had some troubles trying to get pregnant again. And I don't think it's in our cards. And he was like, well, do you want one? He just made like a straight up like that. Well, do you want one? Implying that I can have one of his. And I was like, well, yeah, I guess if it's a girl, because we have a boy, my wife wants a girl. And he's like, well, I'll let you know. And like, that was like, I thought he was joking, you know, because I told him we've had 3 or 4 miscarriages in a row. We can't get pregnant anymore. And I was like, sure, like jokingly, but that was kind of a weird comment he made. Now that all this has happened, thinking back to it, gets me a little emotional.
Yeah. You remember about when that was?
Oh, maybe 2 months ago, 2.5. I mean, I could find out because we were following this TIMS crew around, getting it ready. And a TIMS is like tank emissions management system, per state requirements. And we were getting all these locations ready. And we went to the Paragon and we went to the Arrowhead Farms that same day.
Was there any more conversation about his kid at that point?
At that point, no. I don't really remember anything else after that. But I just remember that comment he made. And I was just joking. Sure, if it's a girl, my wife wants a girl. But the rest of it, I think it was just back to work. But I didn't want to be rude and not say congratulations, you know.
Yeah, right.
It's a big deal.